fishing the woolly bugger type fly, you're going to find that you're going to have to slow it down a lot. Lots of times it's a dead drift. Mending, letting the fly go deep. But it still means keeping line contact. And I will follow the fly down with my rod tip. I'll cast it out, stripping the line until I can keep a tight connection. Whoop, right there I got either a strike or a hit weed or the bottom. Now if I raise my rod like this, I can keep even a better contact with the fly. Unfortunately, I'll bring the fly up from the bottom. Many times people make a big mistake by casting way too far. They'll cast clear across the stream and they'll get a belly in their line like this. The belly then pulls the fly downstream, which is unnatural for this type of fly. So you have to be careful in your cast and judge how far you want it to go without making the fly drift unnaturally. Now right now, I just want to get in the middle of the current. I can adjust a little bit. I'm just letting it drift, and sometimes I can even walk it down if I want, keeping the line and the leader flowing dead drift evenly. Now a lot of times I may want to add a little action to the fly, yet keeping it dead drifting. I'll throw the fly out, I'll let it drift, and I'll pop it. But I'm not bringing any line, as you can see. I'm just popping it. What happens is the fly will drift, and I'll just move it. Works really good when I'm using a rubber leg type fly. Let's try it again. I can just use my rod tip, and occasionally I'll bring in a little line as the current affects the fly. Okay, now a lot will depend on where you cast. A lot of times I may cast upstream, stripping in enough. As the fly drifts down, I'll mend upstream, keep mending upstream, letting it drift deeper and deeper. Now this method only works when you're using a dry line, a longer leader, and a heavily weighted split shot. Obviously, on sinking lines, a different method would be used. Sometimes, especially in spawning conditions where you have a very aggressive fish, you're going to need to strip this woolly bugger. And this is the way I'd accomplish this. I would throw across stream, moving my rod downstream, stripping it across, giving the fly a little action with the tip of the rod. Like it's bringing it all the way back towards me. We'll try it again. Across, stripping. When it becomes late winter or late fall, where the fish, let me just hold it for a second. As you can tell right now, we're in the late fall. Fish have become sluggish. They don't move as quick. You're not going to be able to excite the fish by giving it movement. Jigging becomes a very popular way of moving fish in winter conditions. Lots of times, big fish? Okay.